Hey y'all, Leo here. Welcome back to Leadership.
Hey, Kirsten over here.
Sorry to get live, guys, but lighting doesn't look good. I can't really hear anything on my end, and you guys are not in the middle thirds. So we gotta cut and start over.
Oh. Does this mean we have to do a retake?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, y'all, just give us a minute and we'll be back.
Thanks, filmmaker James. It looks marvelous. Mwah.
Chef's kiss.
Yes. So now today's video, we're gonna talk about all of the do's and don'ts, just like you saw in the beginning. So let's jump into it.
Hi everyone, I'm back. Today we are going to be going over some of the do's and don'ts of filmmaking and some basic rules to follow. So let's jump right in and list out what they are. First, let's go through all the do's of filmmaking. Number one, make sure you have good lighting. If your lighting is good, then your scene's going to look well lit, your subject will be well lit, and it'll look really nice. Number two, use good sound. Make sure if you have an external microphone, plug that in. If you have a windscreen or something you can put on the microphone to stop wind from blowing on it, then use it. Make sure you have good sound. If your video quality is really bad, but your audio quality is really good, the bad quality of the video can be forgiven because it's pleasant to listen to. But if you have really good video quality but terrible audio quality, it sticks out like a sore thumb and everyone will notice. Number three, make sure to use a tripod and position your camera in a place that isn't moving. Movement is very important for some styles of filmmaking. Whether it's a tracking shot or you're following somebody, camera movement shows emotion, but you need to know when to use motion and when to be stationary. Number four, plan your video, storyboard it, write the script for it, rehearse it, do whatever it is you need to do to plan your video, even if it's a TikTok or anything else you're posting on social media. Plan what you're going to do first, so that way when you go into it, you're much more prepared when you start filming and you have your direction in mind for your video. Number five, pay attention to your storytelling. Does your story have a beginning, middle, and end? Is it easy to follow? By the end of the story, do we know what's going on? Now, you may do some of those things intentionally and others you might do by mistake. But when you're first starting off, make sure you are paying attention to your story and that it makes sense. Number six, use a variety of shots to make your story interesting. Now, there are some angles that you need to know to get these really specific types of shots. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be leaving a link down below for another video that shows all these types of angles in more detail. So make sure to check that out, but due to time, I can't include that in this video. So if you wanna know more, click down below. Number seven, make sure you're using the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds, like I had mentioned earlier, are these grid lines that pop up here and here. These are really important for you to frame your shot. In this case, because I'm doing what's called a talking head segment, I'm centered in the middle of the frame. However, if it was to be an interview, I would want to position myself, and now I'm gonna be looking this way into the frame. So I'm looking forward into the frame rather than it being a shot where it's here, and I'm still looking that way, but there's nothing going on behind me. It doesn't look interesting. It doesn't look like there's something going on. If anything, it's actually really distracting. Number eight, which is my favorite rule, is to have fun. Especially if you're just getting started with content creation, you don't need to worry about a lot of things. You just need to hit the ground running and just go. Just grab your phone, grab your camera, grab what you have and go film something. The first camera I filmed on was my dad's camera when I was about 6 or 7 years old, and it was this big dinosaur monster looking camera that took these little 8mm tapes that looked like little mini VHS tapes. And I recorded over all of our family footage on that thing, all of it. And the thing is, my dad never got mad at me for doing it, ever. Instead, he would just take the camera, hide it, and I'd have to go find it later. And I would get it and I would keep filming with it. So that was where I started, and I didn't even know what I was doing at the time. I just knew that if I hit this big red button, it's going to record video. And then from there, my friends and stepbrothers and I, we all started making these little short films in our apartment complex. And it was really fun. So I encourage you to do the same. Just have fun with your videos. Don't worry about all these other things if you don't want to. If you're having fun and you're having fun making these videos, everything else will come naturally. And the last rule I want to share with you, number 9, is to break the rules. That's right. Every single rule, 1 through 8, I just shared with you. Number 9 is to break the rules. Now, here's the twist to that. You need to break the rules with a purpose. There needs to be something going on. In terms of storytelling, editing, cinematography, anything else, if breaking the rules doesn't enhance any of those, you probably shouldn't do it. But the only way you're ever gonna find out is if you experiment. So I encourage you, go out there, try filming something, experiment, do different things, and most importantly, have fun while you're doing it. Now, those are all the do's of filmmaking. Now let's get to the don'ts of filmmaking. Here's what you don't want to do. A common mistake that happens, and a common mistake I fell into when I first started out too, was the equipment doesn't make the movie. And let me explain what that means. Don't rely on your equipment to make a good film. Your equipment is only as good as you. You can make really good movies on your phone. Heck, I did it my senior year of high school. I made a short film on my phone because I didn't have any other camera at the time to film for my final project. So I filmed it on my phone. Number 2, don't say everything that's happening in your movie. Meaning, don't have the actor or actress, whoever the subject is, don't ever have them explain everything that's going on. Let your visuals stand on their own when you need to, and have your visuals help tell your story rather than everyone is explaining it. Number 3, don't film really far away. If I'm filming this bit here, and then suddenly I am filming all the way back over here, suddenly I have all this extra space here where nothing is going on. Don't film really wide like that because there's way too much for the audience to look at to gauge any information of what's going on. Number 4, don't film towards the light. If there's a sunset and you want to film the sunset, then go ahead and film towards the light. But if it's in the middle of the day and you're filming your subject and your subject has their back to the sun and you are in front of your subject, then it's going to look really washed out. It's not going to look good or compelling or a very good shot. You can use light in your scene to light subject. Everything in your scene has to have a purpose. If your desk or whatever it is really, really messy, clean it up for the shot. Make it look like you put a lot of effort into it. Number 5, don't try to be perfect. Slow down. The first couple movies, the first couple videos you're going to make aren't going to be great. I mean, as you saw in these earlier videos this week, the first couple videos we did were absolutely terrible by our standards now. I mean, look at Jasper's first video. He filmed it on a Zoom call because we didn't have anything else at the time. So we just recorded it through Zoom. And last but certainly not least, number 6, don't rush it, okay? If you have this idea, don't rush fleshing it out and developing it. And it's a really good idea at first, and you had this idea and you finally wrote it down, and suddenly you start developing it, and then like, oh, I gotta film tomorrow, and then you rush through it, and it becomes this very not well thought out idea. Don't rush it, slow down. It will form and come together on its own, and it will form naturally. So make sure you don't rush your video process. And if you don't rush your video and you take the time to make it as good as you know and you want it to be, then it's going to show in its final product. All right, everyone, so that's it for my segment today. Again, I'm gonna leave links down below for different videos to watch for more in-depth tips about different shot angles, camera types, camera settings, and so on. I'm also going to leave a link down below for the photo composition video I filmed last summer. And I want you to take a look at that one specifically because that will show you more in depth of the rule of thirds, shot angles, perspective, everything. So keep that in mind, and I will see you all next time. I'm going to pass it back off to Kirsten and Leo to wrap up this video. See ya, everyone.
Now that we know the do's and don'ts of filmmaking, I think we're ready to do our own video, right, Kirsten?
Let's do it, Leo. So check out the video that we showed you and let us know if we followed all the rules on the do's and the don'ts.
Vibe check.
We'd love to hear.